You're now tuning into
The Cover Gang.
What's going on, Cover Gang? It is me, Tyler Lowry, and my co-host Justin Frith, and we are here to cover all of the 4 o'clock games, the primetime games, Sunday night football, and finally a good Monday night football game, hopefully. If you have not watched our recap video, we released that on Monday night, and we have also released our 1 o'clock video with all the games in the 1 o'clock slate. So go check that out, like, subscribe, all the good stuff.
And the London game.
Anyways, Justin will read off the first game. We will give our takes, see if we agree.
First up, we got the Patriots at the Raiders. I feel like this number on this Patriots team should be higher based on what's been happening, but they're not giving it to us. They're not giving us any slack. Where are we at on this one?
Yeah, Belichick said they're starting from ground zero. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna listen to him against his old. Josh McDaniels was offensive coordinator, won a lot of Super Bowls with Tom Brady and stuff, but that's whatever. But he's not the best head coach. I think Belichick tries to teach him something here. It's a half unit play. I hate this Patriots team. Mac Jones is getting ripped left and right, but they have no weapons. The only thing going for me really is the Raiders they don't have the best defense, but at the same time, what kind of scares me is, like, does Mac, as bad as he's been playing the past 2 weeks, does he have PTSD from that game last year? Remember when it was about to go into overtime and Jacoby Myers launched it across the field to Mac Jones? He caught it. Chandler Jones just took the ball from him, flung him. It was in Vegas last year.
Oh yeah, that was a crazy play. I remember that. Oh my god.
So I mean, this could be the nail in the coffin. I'm gonna ride with the points on a half unit play. Don't love it at all, but I'm taking Belichick to own his assistant coaches, assistant coordinators, or whatever, and cover the 3 points.
Dude, we did it again. I'm gonna just point out that we, in 1 week again, took the Broncos, the Panthers, and the Patriots. It's disgusting, but we have to do it. It's do or die. Take the Patriots. We're not riding with the Raiders. We can't do it. He's going to mentor Josh McDaniels one more time. One last time right here. Give us the Patriots.
Come on, Belichick.
Yeah, come on. Next up, we got the Lions at the Bucks. This Lions team, they look legit. Bucks coming off extra rest, and they're at home getting the 3.5. What do you say?
Yeah, this is more of a history game. I think the Lions, maybe the Bucks have not caught up to them, and I do think the Bucks are a little overvalued, but it was sitting at Bucks +3 at home, and I was like, that's exactly where the Lions should be, and then it finally shifted today. I grabbed it at 3.5 with the hook. I feel pretty good about taking the Bucks here. Normal size unit play for me, but I don't see this being. I don't see the Lions scoring 6 touchdowns like they did against the Panthers last week against this Bucks front 7. And Jared Goff historically does not play well outdoors, away from home. So Lions come back down to earth a little bit here. I could still see them winning the game by a field goal, but once I got the hook, I was like, okay, like I feel good about taking the Bucks here, but not a whole lot of points just coming off rest. Like I said, the strength of this Lions team is the offensive line. They'll have some issues with that front 7, and I think it ends up being a game that comes down to the wire. So whenever I get the hook, I'm taking it.
Yeah, this one's tough because the Lions are scary. They're kind of breaking the code with the spread, just like the 49ers are. Like they're just covering those numbers, and we're kind of stubborn. We always take the sharp side, and it's undoubtedly the sharp side in this one to take the Bucks. You can't argue it. And we're going to lean on that defense, like you said. And Baker has not been.
I think between the two of us through the first 5 weeks, like only one of us has went under 500 one time. So we've had like a couple 500s out finishing, even, but the rest of them have been profitable weeks, and the public's been crushing it this year, and we're sticking to the code, sticking to the madness, even though we're backing a lot of teams that are overperforming or looking horrible. Like this Bucks team, we didn't project them to be good going into the season. or taking some bounce back spots for some really bad football teams that we've seen so far this year. So it's it's gonna hit. We're getting closer to the middle of the season. Vegas is dialing in more and more and more and more. So let's just stick to it. It's the sharp side.
Next up, we got the Eagles at the Jets. It's the match of the mean green teams right here. Sharps and Public are on the Eagles here. They pushed the line from 6.5 to 7. Eagles a little bit banged up in this matchup. Darius Slade did not practice as of Wednesday night. Fletcher Cox, I think, he practiced, but he was a limited participant. That's two key defensive players for the Eagles. Sauce Gardner also had that knee issue in the last game, but it doesn't look like he is not practicing. He is practicing. So what do you make of this one?
Got to take the home team +7. Got to. Every day of the week, you just got to roll with it. Eagles, they're looking better and better each week, but it looks like they still miss their offensive coordinator from last year, Shane Steichen. They're going against, I think this is the best defense they played so far this year. They're playing on the road. Jalen Hurts plays way better at home. And Zach Wilson's even, like you said, the Eagles defense is banged up, and he's caught a little bit of mojo here. I still don't think he's a great quarterback, but at least they've changed something to give him more confidence on throwing the ball down the field. And if Slade plays, or if he doesn't play, or if he does play and he's a little banged up, you got Garrett Wilson against him a lot of the time. So yeah, I think it's definitely the sharp side to take +7. It's a regular unit play. I'm not doubling down on it because I just don't believe in Zach Wilson enough to do it. But yeah, that's my side. What about you?
Yeah, definitely a regular unit play. I could see a world where if you get the early number, you take the Eagles here, because I am scared of that Jets offense. I don't really believe in it yet, and I mean the Eagles defense. It's they can get after it, but I think it is undoubtedly the sharp side. You have 75% of the bets coming on the road favorite Eagles. The Eagles have been smashing, but we have to play this number at home. It's the sharp side. We did it versus the Chiefs. Now we'll do it versus the Super Bowl runner-up and the Eagles. So give us the Jets +7 at home.
100%.
Next up, we got the Cardinals at the Rams. This one right here. This is one that my first instinct is like, why wouldn't I take the Cardinals? It opened up +6.5, and now it's made it to 7. I think that's where it's going to stay. Who you got in this one?
I'm going to roll with it's a divisional game. It hurts, so it's a regular unit play for me, but I am going to roll with the Rams -7 here. They played the Eagles pretty good through 3 quarters last week. I thought that they were overmatched. We were right on Philadelphia last week. But this Cardinals team, they're just running out of punches. More film on Dobbs. The secondary's not good. Matthew Stafford gets another week with Cooper Kupp to regain that chemistry from last year. And then, the Williams running back and Nakua, they're still playing good football. So I just don't know if the Cardinals can hang with this Rams offense. The Rams defense isn't the best, but the loss of the running back with James Conner, I think that hurts. So I just hate that it's a divisional game and I'm laying a touchdown to start the game, but I do think it is the sharper side to roll with the Rams and Matthew Stafford to keep throwing darts against a bad secondary and win this one handily.
Yeah, this is a double unit play for me just because I do think the Cardinals are seeing some public money. I think the Rams is the sharper side. They're 7-2-1 against the spread in their last 10 against the Cardinals. And these teams are going in the opposite direction. The Rams are getting healthier, and the Cardinals are getting more banged up. James Conner was a big part of that Cardinals offense, and that was basically the only redeeming quality of this Cardinals team besides Josh Dobbs. But I think without that strong run game, they're just so much less dynamic, and they're not going to be able to mix it up as well at all. And I think that's the key reason why Josh Dobbs struggled against that Bengals defense last week. The Bengals are not a good defense this year, and he had his worst game yet. I think the film is out on him, like you said, and this is just not a good spot. Sean McVay owns the Cardinals. Give me the double unit on the Rams, -7. Wish I got it at 6.5, but I didn't. But these teams are just going in opposite directions.
I think that's the best point you made too. Is NFC West like notoriously that McVay struggles against 49ers, but he owns the Cardinals, so that's just even more of a reason to take this big number. It's just, you know me, man. I love my divisional dogs, so it's a hard bullet to bite here, but it's a regular unit play for me. I can't go double unit on it just because of that reason. If it was out of division,
Yeah.
it'd be different. But
Yeah, we stick to our philosophy. This is one where we aren't, so I respect the regular unit size for it. But I don't know, man. I think the Cardinals are just they are becoming what we expected. They're just not there, and the passing offense of this Rams team, just like Joe Burrow in the red zone last week, I think you're going to see a little bit more of that in the red zone. It's just completely ripping them apart. All right, so next up we got the Giants at the Bills. The Giants, the worst team
done. I'm
in
done.
the last 2 decades, probably somehow. They're horrible. So I would lean Bills right here. We have to because it's a get right after the loss in London, prime time spot for Josh Allen. I have to lean Bills here. The Giants are so bad. If it's Daniel Jones in a primetime spot, we know he's 1-12 against the spread in night games. Josh Allen blows out bad teams. I mean, it's like everything just lines up for them to cover 14. As bad as it is, we never like taking big spreads, but you got to get on the Bills with me with this one.
I'm surprised this game didn't get flexed out of the Sunday spot, and like a game like Seahawks or Bengals didn't get put into it because as a Week 5, the NFL has that right to it's going to be perceivably a bad game going into Sunday night. I mean, I guess Josh Allen, he's still out there, so they get to show him off. But yeah, them losing in London last week, they lost some key defensive players, and this is not as much of like a public side as you would think because this Giants team is still very banged up, still looks horrible. But I don't even know if Daniel Jones is playing, but if he is, I'm fading primetime Daniel Jones, and if it's Tyrod Taylor, I feel even better about taking the Bills, even though they are laying 2 touchdowns. They normally, when they win a game, they blow a team out, and I just don't know if the books have called up to how bad this Giants defense is, how banged up the offense is, and even though they were a playoff team last year, it's just not. They've looked atrocious. So they're I just can't take them. Like I hate starting off a game. I was so excited for last Sunday night watching that 49ers and Cowboys game, and it ended up being a blowout. And I don't even know if I'll really tune into this one much. It's just there's no way the Giants can keep up, and their only hope is that the Bills are just reeling from losing these defensive players. But I don't see that. I still think the Bills have a very good defense, and like I said, I just don't see how the Giants keep it close, and I think the Bills show out a little bit here. So yeah, I hate doing it, I really do. But I'll half unit on Bills.
What did the Bills get, like 10 sacks versus Washington? So I mean, like who's worse? Who has a worse O line than Washington? Like the Giants' whole offensive line is injured. Like it's just they're decimated. Like I don't see a world where Giants cover, but it is football, so crazier things have happened. But yeah, it's a half unit game. Bills -14. That's where we're at. Next up, we got the Cowboys at the Chargers. Cowboys coming off the embarrassing loss to the 49ers. Chargers coming off some rest, and they're getting Austin Eckler back in this one. Home crowd, not really a factor in this LA matchup, do you think?
No, it'll definitely be nothing but Dallas fans there. So it's pretty much a Dallas home game.
This game is very split down the middle as far as the bet percentage. It's like 50-50 almost, nearly, on most sites.
Yeah. No, I think you take Dallas -2 here. It's a unit to unit and a half play for me, honestly. Everybody's saying that, that's all that's been. Anytime the Cowboys struggle, that's all people are going to talk about is how bad the Cowboys are. This is still one of the best teams in the NFL. They played the best team in the NFL and got embarrassed, but they are better than the Chargers. Mike McCarthy is not the best coach in the NFL by any means. He's middle of the pack, but he's not one of the worst coaches in the NFL like Brandon Staley. This is a Kellen Moore revenge game. I think the public is going to be coming in some on the Chargers. It's just the Cowboys. There's always going to be, they have the biggest fan base in America, so you're going to see some just loyalty bets placed on them or whatever. But I do think it's a sharp side to take Cowboys to bounce back in a primetime spot for Dak to have a good game against a secondary that's underperformed all year. Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa scare me a little bit in this spot because they're starting to be able to get to the quarterback. But another week with that offensive line. Last week, it's like the first time I think in like 600 and some days that all 5 of them have played together. So they get a full week of practice together. Like I said, that film room was probably pretty tough because they got beaten every space of the game against that 49ers team. So I feel confident taking Dallas here.
Yeah, I'll take the Cowboys as short road favorites after that embarrassing loss. I mean, it is a great bounce back spot. You're getting a little bit of value on the number because of what just happened. And like you said, the Chargers, it's a coaching mismatch. I mean, that's not one of their strongest, aspects of their game. They are getting a little bit of players coming back with Eckler and everything, but they're still a little banged up in the receiving core. But I think the Cowboys, this is a spot where you have to bounce back. It doesn't get much easier from here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think you just take the Cowboys -2 in this one, and it's not a huge unit for me. I'm just gonna take half unit because I don't really love this game at all because it is kind of close, and I could see an argument for either side in this one.
Yeah, Chargers coming off a bye, Justin Herbert, and it's like Dallas has dominated bad offenses all year, so it's like, is this Dallas defense that good? I'm sticking with that they are that good, even though they played bad against San Francisco. You don't bring your best fastball to every game. But
yeah, and Dak usually does bounce. Like when he throws some interceptions, the next game he'll almost notoriously not
play
throw
like
it,
flawless
just
or
flawless.
something.
Yep, he does do that a lot. So I think the Cowboys is the sharper side in this one, especially after what the public just saw with that 49ers matchup. So
I'll talk you into a regular unit play.
Sure, why not? We'll take the Cowboys -2 regular unit. Don't fail me now. We need a good honestly, that's a good Monday night game to watch though. Whether you want to bet it or not, it's a good one. It better be good.
I'm excited for it.
But that's it for our primetime picks. Tune into our Monday video where we recap how we did for the Sunday slate, and we might know who's the better, or we will know because we only disagreed on really like one game, right, this week.
I don't think we disagreed on a game. Did we not disagree on a game?
Did we not disagree on a game? Like, I'm trying to think.
We had that happen one time last year.
Yeah.
We need to go back
Dude,
and
I don't
look and
think
see
we
how we
did,
done that week.
Because I'm looking. Yeah, we took the Browns, took the Commanders, took the Patriots. Yeah, I don't think we. Yeah, we didn't disagree on a game, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah. So I guess
the spreadsheet after this and make sure, but I don't think we did.
So no matter what, it looks like we tie, which is interesting. But I guess we could determine who was better because of the double unit and the half picks, kind of who unit wise does better.
Who's more up unit wise? Yeah.
But thanks.
So hopefully we smash.
Yeah, hopefully we smash because we're on the exact same teams. Thanks for tuning in for Week 6 Cover Gang action. Let's cover the spread as always. Peace.
Peace.